105 North Avenue 52.
Prepare to be fucked by the armpits of the law.
This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Take him away, Ty.
Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo Chicago, I'm Officer Kevin.
I'm Officer Grant. Hello for the second time.
Howdy.
Hello, again.
Now that the greetings are out of the way, everybody's favorite part of the show, let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last time, Wes Beach. Thank you, Wes.
Enough!
Now on to the next part of the show. Let's give a warm welcome to a brand new guest to Thought Cops, Cameron Gillette.
Hi.
How the hell are you, Cameron?
Great. Brand
Hello.
new guest here.
Yes.
Good to be brand new.
Breaking news, we have a new guest.
Yeah.
Grant, can you believe it?
Yeah, I asked him to come on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So Cameron, Cameron, you are also a comedian here in Chicago, and you recently dropped a comedy album
I did.
called The Best Set I Will Ever Have. If you want to talk a little bit about that.
I've it's just like I've been doing comedy for like 10 years in Chicago, and I just kind of wanted to quit. So no, I mean, I don't know that necessarily for sure, but I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm really good at stand up. I'm a very good comedian who deserved to have an album, and now it's all on the album. About 10 years worth of material that I wrote, and I don't know. I don't know if I need to kind of describe what a stand-up album is at all.
To our listeners at home, stand-up comedy is typically
You stand up on a stage and you tell jokes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe Cameron, I don't know if maybe you could help us out a little bit more.
Yeah.
People who really don't know, like, what is...
I got to bring this bit. I got to bring this bit back. Tell us a joke, funny man. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't said that in a while.
I love hearing it.
That was nice.
Yeah, it's a classic.
No, yeah, that was a nice reprieve from not having to hear that for a while.
Yeah.
So Cameron, have you been doing any other shows or any of these crazy outdoor shows or Zoom shows or anything else during the pandemic?
No, I've done a few Zoom shows. I haven't done any in-person shows since March. And yeah, it's I definitely feel like a partial version of myself.
Don't we
being
all?
this isolated and all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, and I'm generally I'm not good at talking about myself in any way that I feel is self-aggrandizing. So I have a really hard time kind of promoting my own thing to be able to make money from it. So I appreciate you guys having me on, and hopefully everyone believed me when I said I was a good comedian.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Very convincing story. I've actually been over here in tears.
Yeah. We both. It seems to be doing pretty well, I think. Didn't it rank or chart on something? I saw some tweet and then immediately forgot it because I have goldfish brain. But how are the sales doing with it? It seems to be doing pretty good from what it seems. From what I can tell.
I guess it did really well. I think as good as anyone could do with a stand-up album. It was iTunes, actually. It made it to number 2 album on iTunes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Which is, I guess it's the whole thing about doing stand-up albums is you can generally go number 1 on iTunes pretty easily. I accidentally released my album, I guess within a couple days, as this popular musical comedy group, Ninja Sex Party,
Okay.
who I didn't know about before seeing them in the spot that rightfully belonged to me. But they were number 1, and they're I don't know. I think I haven't listened to any of their songs. I think they're kind of like nerd culture, like
Yeah, it's I think it's the Game Grumps guys, if I recall. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So you said you're what, number 2 on iTunes?
not anymore. That was like a day or two. It's
Okay, because I just want to say I've actually been number 2 on iTunes.
I've charted on Billboard.
Well, I actually,
So,
what I mean to say is I went number 2 in the bathroom at the Apple headquarters.
I don't know why I tried to step over that bit.
I mean, it would
a
make
solid joke, and I'm over here like bragging, like actually, I'm
and
a
you
Billboard
ruined it.
I
charting
wouldn't say it was a
musician.
solid joke, and also I've never visited Apple.
yeah. That's I could it. The joke it screamed inauthenticity when you
Yeah.
like clearly have never been in an Apple store before.
Yeah, so the other day I was at the fucking Apple store taking a shit, or as I like to call it, number 2 on iTunes.
Hey man, that's some solid shit right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well, so for the listeners at home, where can they find this album? Where can they what devices is it on?
Oh, it's on.
Why am I having such a hard time talking?
It's on. I don't know. I think I tend to be a pretty like socially uncomfortable person, and I think I am that to a degree that can be contagious to even if you feel super comfortable, recording these podcasts all the time. You're probably just picking up on my negative energy here. But
it's feeding through the servers of Discord
Yeah.
as we speak.
But it's on iTunes or I guess Apple Music and Amazon. It's on Spotify too, but I guess I care mostly that people just listen to it. So I will say Spotify is obviously the freest way to do it, where I get the least money and you don't have to try very hard to listen to it. So check it out on Spotify, please.
Yeah, I was listening to it today. It was quite good.
Yeah.
Where did you record that at?
It was at Comedians You Should Know in Chicago, at Timothy O'Toole's in Chicago.
Oh, okay, cool.
When did you record it?
It was,
I'm assuming obviously pre-COVID, right?
yeah.
I mean,
and just fill up the place with fake laughter and applause.
yeah, it was last November, I guess. It just it's just, I don't know. I think a lot of the drive, it's been hard to find the drive to finish the process of making the album during the early parts of COVID. But now you're just,
Yep.
What else are you going to do?
Literally nothing.
Yeah. Let's keep this positive.
Speaking of
sorry.
literally nothing.
I think I should. I started off trying to yell "yeah" and have really high energy. I'm going to try to get back to that point. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, you're the host. Take it away.
Oh boy, now I'm nervous. So let's actually get us over some show news of our own, Grant. We are featured in a brand new video from Be Nice to Me Productions that, as of this recording, just came out today. So whether you're a Patreon listener right now in the live chat, or you're listening from your device, you've just finished up listening to Cameron's newest album as your homework for the episode, and now you're listening to Thought Cops, go ahead and pause the episode. Go to youtube.com and look up Be Nice to Me Productions, because we are in Bad Dream Part 2. In which, and if this doesn't entice you, you get to see a shirtless Grant carry around Alex's girlfriend in an office.
That's true. That is the selling point.
Grant looks like a male stripper.
Basically, yeah. I've been very hesitant to like share that with a lot of friends and family because I don't want them thinking I'm in a porno.
Yes.
But other friends and not family, I'll definitely show. Yeah.
But yeah, both of us are in it. Our friend of the show, Nico, is in it.
Friend of the show, Sleep Science.
Yeah,
also
Josh,
in
who's
it.
been in on our bunch of our bonus episodes, he's in it. It's a great time. It's a great video. I recommend watching Bad Dream Part 1 first, and then watching Bad Dream Part 2.
Although, to be fair, it is episodic, and they don't really sort of intermingle in that way. But, nonetheless,
if you're
watch it anyway.
Yeah, if you're a fan of cinema.
Subscribe to his channel. What the fuck? What are you doing listening to Thought Cops and you're not subscribed to Be Nice to Me Productions? Go smash that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up.
Hey,
ring the bell.
Speaking of iTunes from like 7 minutes ago,
good segue.
We have a new iTunes user review. Holy shit, Grant! I'm fucking losing my mind over here. A user submitted review, and we have a little segment on the show we'd like to do here when somebody leaves us an iTunes review,
a 5-star
review. We read it on the show.
Right.
4 or under, you can go fuck right off.
Yeah, get out of here with your negative energy. We don't need that.
Yeah, we are doing our best to keep our heads above water at this point in our lives.
So this 5-star review, if you go to iTunes, you leave us one. We'll read it on the show, as Kevin said. This one says, not all heroes. It says 5 stars. It's by Matthew. I don't want to read his last name because who knows if that's his real last name or not. Nonetheless, he says, they say not all heroes wear capes, ... And saying that is exactly the kind of thought. Oh, fuck! Is exactly the kind of thought crime that officers Kevin and Grant are here to punish. Our intrepid heroes take down the web's most unsavory characters and deputize new friends along the way in a never-ending effort to clean up the tweets.
That's like a better byline for the show than either you or I have ever written.
It really is. We should change that to the bio. The Grams and the internet as a whole.
Beautiful.
So,
thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
That was very kind.
That's the best one anyone's left so far. So you all have work to do.
That's right. Speaking of work, because this is kind of a job, or is it a hobby?
We get paid.
Go follow us over at twitch.tv/thoughtcops, where we like to play video games and hang out and do all kinds of crazy streams on there. We're doing it every Tuesday night and Sunday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we were. We've been streaming Among Us. Both you and I were playing Bug Fables because we're going to be reviewing that for our spin-off.
I had like a nervous breakdown in the middle of Bug Fables. I couldn't remember where the fuck I was, and I was just like screaming. And Zwick was trying to give me advice, and I was like, I don't want to hear it, Zwick. Get lost.
Oh yeah,
so if you wanna,
I saw a trailer of that game. That looked really cool. I
just finished it. Couple days ago. I
don't want to like talk about it.
We have a Patreon bonus show called Fire Bros where we review media, and I want to say my opinion on it, but I can't. Or else I don't get any money doing this kind of thing, which is
can't give out opinions for free. But if Cameron, if you like the Paper Mario franchise, you should check out Bug Fables. I enjoy it.
I never got huge into Paper Mario. Although I feel like Super Mario RPG on Super Nintendo was like its sort of predecessor, and that was like a game I was obsessed with growing up, and I like this people who speedrun that and stuff now. I like watching speedrun videos. Those are
me and Grant were not exactly talented enough to do that kind of thing.
No.
But we do hang out with our friends. It's a nice time to chat with the listeners of the show too. People pop in the chat. We're talking about God knows what on a Tuesday night.
For some reason with me, it usually pops up to politics. People are just like, these fucking people. And I'm like, I guess I got to talk about, I don't want to trying to play video games here, people.
Yeah, it's, I watch a lot of Twitch, especially just go to sleep to and stuff. And you either have to be the best at video games or incredibly charming and entertaining. So, I think I'm picking up on which one of those two you guys are.
I'm fanning myself, actually.
Bring back our favorite character from the Thought Cops universe, Tug's Collar.
Oh, yeah, Tug's Collar.
Tug's Collar.
Yeah, which is...
Yeah.
You just heard it at home, folks. Let's move right along to the next part of the show, 2 Minutes of Hate, where we like to blanket punish all that annoying crap-ola that we see on the internet every single week. I hate it, Grant. I hate it.
I hate having to plug back in your headphones after you just did that.
I hate when you point things out that happen off mic that didn't have to be mentioned.
All right.
But anyway, my 2 minutes of hate this week is I'm beginning a lot of these weird political emails lately. I don't know about you guys, where the subject looks like I don't want to open the email because it looks like it's going to be a virus or something. Like, you guys know when you get like a spam email and the subject line is all this weird font, like some letters are somehow bolded or italicized, and it looks very weird. I'm getting these ones like this is like Joe Biden ... like help. And
I mean, to be fair,
and it's all like Jokerman font, and I'm like, that you can't change your font in the subject of the email. I don't know what kind of black magic they did to pull this off.
Which is how your friends or family would contact you if they needed help.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
it's authentic.
Yeah. I mean, if my dad is in a car accident or something, and he's, I would prefer he called me and not email me a scary font. So anyway, yeah, I get these all the time lately, and I feel like, I mean, obviously the election is coming up very soon. I think this might be the last episode of Thought Cops that releases pre-election results.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I think we record. No, wait, is it? This is the last one we record before the.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, we're entering a whole new world, folks. But yeah, I keep getting these emails. Like, see, look at this one right here, Grant.
Defeat Jim. Oh yeah, it's in like italics. Rachel Maddow says, "Now is the time."
And they're always like, "We need to talk."
Like it's an ex-girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
What? I didn't. Oh, Jim Jordan.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, at first glance, I'm like, this is either for Viagra or it's from like a Nigerian prince. But no, it's from Joe Biden's campaign.
Huh. I haven't gotten any emails like that. I get texts all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
I get texts too.
Yeah, I don't like. Somehow I got subscribed to like 30 of these.
Sometimes I get a political text and someone's like, "Hey, can you vote for Joe Biden?" And I respond back, "Fuck you!" And then I take a screenshot of it and show all my friends, and they double over laughing. It's the funniest thing that I do constantly in my life.
Yeah,
I see that. I'm sitting here applauding.
Yeah, I like to when people are still for some reason putting their energy into shitting on Bernie Sanders. You got to be like, why don't you go phone bank for Joe Biden? And then when they go phone bank for Joe Biden and they text you, you say, fuck you.
So yeah,
Is this the same guy that was tweeting at me?
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to spin the wheel for my punishment here. We're back in the studio, as it were. So yeah, if you want to pull that mic real close there. Choose your own pain. This is sort of a non-option, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of them are non-options.
Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm getting an email, and I'm thinking, is this a virus? And I put my mask on because it's like I can't tell the difference between computers and like coughing. So I put my mask on, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I open the email, and turns out it's just nothing but gobbledygook. So my punishment is, if these people keep sending me stuff like this, they will catch a virus of their own. And I don't mean coronavirus. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, but I would like them to get a seasonal virus, like a flu or a head cold of some kind.
Why don't you just link their email to like a life alert, and when they fall and can't get up and they press the button, it just keeps sending emails and say, help! Help!
To 911. And
I need help! We need to talk!
It's like, hey, who here speaks wingding? So yeah. Cameron, what's your 2 minutes of hate this week? Something that's bugging you. You get it off your chest while you're here.
Oh yeah, I would say something that I've noticed that's a trend is people in the video game World of Warcraft are incredibly racist and like Donald Trump a whole lot. And that's I play WoW and I go there for escapism, especially right now because I'm totally like isolated and I don't really hang out with people in real life, and so then I go into this game And the only way for me to stay like immersed in this game world is that like I now have to role play that I'm a troll priest who fights for the glory of the Horde in Azeroth.
It's sort of the American dream, isn't it?
And also hates the American president, Donald Trump. Like that, like I have to role play that I hate Donald Trump in Fantasyland. So that's that like, and also my character gets in arguments with people who they're trying to kill a dragon with about a nonsense president who doesn't exist. And
that seems counterproductive.
Yeah. And I do get in. I do waste a lot of time just getting in heated argument. I mean, it's gamer culture in general. I think it can be good to be involved with to see how right leaning like a lot of the world really is. Because I think if pretty much all my social media bubbles don't make me think that these people don't even exist, you know. But yeah, I'm constantly I don't know how to get any more heated in these arguments, but I forgot that I was supposed to come up with a punishment until just now, and I'm gonna
well, really quick, Cameron, I just want to butt in and say this actually sounds really similar to real life. You know, you guys are bickering about Trump when you're supposed to be slaying a dragon, and we're here, you know, we're almost 10 months into COVID. We should be slaying COVID, and we're not. We're bickering about this man.
Yeah, I guess. And the dragon is climate change, and which is something that we could all just kill, I guess. But
I feel like the analogy is sort of starting to stray a little bit.
Yeah,
a little. But
the dragon is the 2008 economic collapse.
2006, actually, that started.
Okay. Well,
going into 7, and then
the point is the dragon is bad.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of a good punishment. Because they're bringing the real world into my video game, their punishment should be real life orcs show up at their house and brutally beat them up, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that doorbell rings, you answer the door, 2 seconds flat, you're on the floor. There's a fucking orcs club across the side of your face.
And they kill you, and you do respawn, but when you respawn and you check your wallet, you have no more money.
Oh, boy.
All your money's just disappeared.
Yeah, and the person who killed you knew where you were going to respawn, and he's there already. And he's killing you.
You know, this is sort of like that movie Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. Cameron, it's this movie where if you're a fan of video games like me, this movie where Adam Sandler and his friend the President, played by Kevin James, a bunch of characters from video games come to life. Space Invaders. We all love Space Invaders, and that's like they look up in the sky. Pac-Man.
Now that I'm thinking, I mean, I know that this is like a well sort of worn out premise for any sort of media, but did they steal Pixels just from that one episode of Futurama? Because that's basically that one episode of Futurama.
Well, there was a short film called Pixels from like the early 2000 or mid 2000s where somebody had these like, it just was like these big.
Was it a ripoff or?
No, it just was like there was no characters. It just was like there was a big Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and stuff like stomping around the city. It was just
so
like
they buy the rights to it, or
and then they were like Adam Sandler was like, hey. Yeah, he's like, I want to make this into a blockbuster movie, and my friends and I are going to punch it up and make it better than this fucking artsy fartsy crap.
And he succeeded.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if you guys are fans of video games, definitely check out Pixels. It's similar to the punishment that Cameron said. Can I call you Cam?
Yeah. I'm watching the trailer for Pixels right now. Kevin James, of course.
Yeah.
The hero. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is my punishment basically, except it's
the orcs and the other characters from World of Warcraft.
Right, which all of your listeners will be intensely familiar with, I think.
Probably. Speaking of probably, so my 2 minutes I hate this week. This is almost sort of from the Discord. Been hating on the Discord a lot lately. That's probably from the Discord news segment that's in our voicemail segment of the show. But, you know, you can't go outside. You're stuck interacting with these fucking losers that are the listeners of our show and quite a good number of our friends. And you're sitting there, and it's sort of like if you're in the same room together with, you know, all of your friends, and you're sitting there for too long, and you're hanging out for too long, and you just start picking apart at each other, and it just turns into just fucking madness, chaos. It's the internet version of that, right? That's all that Discord is just a big group of friends, and after a while, we all just start wearing on each other. So here's me wearing on maybe a couple people, one person in particular. So, you know, there's different channels in Discord. We get criticized a lot for new people come in and they're like, why so many channels? And it's like, hey, we got diversified sets of interests here. You know,
can talk about movies in that one and music in that one.
Yeah, don't mix the streams. We got the Food Network. We have Whiskey and Daddy sodas. We got long reads. We got Kino, lifts, real music, real politics. We talk about everything in here. And, you know, sometimes some of these conversations go a little bit longer, you know, and you'll be talking to someone and you'll get into like a really in-depth conversation with someone. And you're just like back and forth and back and forth and then back and then forth. And it's just like, you know, just go on for, you know, whatever, like an hour, just sort of chit-chatting about your view about whatever's happening in the world of video games right now. And then after about an hour of like really in-depth, you know, person-to-person conversation, somebody goes in and says, I'm not reading that. You fucking asshole. You motherfucker. I'm not reading that. It's not for you. I wasn't talking about Movie Bob for 2.5 hours so that you could come in later and complain about how it's too much text for you to read. I don't need that in my life.
Cameron, are you familiar?
I'm trying to express myself. I just want to be heard. I want to be listened to.
Too long.
Oh my God.
Too long.
Yeah.
Too long. Didn't listen.
Kind of tuned out.
Or you were going to say something. What were you going to say?
I was just going to ask Cameron if he was familiar with Movie Bob.
No. What's that?
Well, no. I was going to say if you're not good.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
I am tired of hearing people talk about him.
No, I like new things to hate.
He's just some YouTube guy people are obsessed with talking about.
I don't know why.
Anyway.
Movie Bob reviews pixels. I think the algorithm knows what I'm all about now.
That sounds about right.
Jesus.
So you're hurt. You're clearly hurt.
I'm so angry at basically just Yosef. And that's about it. He's the only one that does it. Be talking for 3 hours about politics and this one thing that happened in politics. I don't care. I'm not reading all that. Fuck you, Yosef. How dare you? How dare you take all the wind out of my sails like that? I put thought, care, and effort into my opinions, and you come in, you say you're not going to read all that? No one asked you to.
I'm looking in the live chat right now, and IO Netrunner says, I love you, Grant, but I'm going to fucking kill you.
All right. I want to die. How about that?
All right. Well,
what are you going to do about it? So my punishment is I don't read anything you say. If you say that to me, I'm gonna ignore you.
Yeah,
personally.
there should be they should make Click to Adam Sandler, but it's real life is sort of like Twitter, and he's got a mute button and a follow button and a block button.
Right. Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of fast forwarded through it, but I get the gist of it.
All right. Well, I'm sure Adam Sandler wouldn't be very happy to hear that. Like you.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's move along to the meat and potatoes of the show, because if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often quite unusual punishment.
Speaking of Movie Bob.
Yeah, I didn't scroll down, and unfortunately Movie Bob is the first topic on the list. Here.
Cameron, you ready to find out who Movie Bob is?
Oh boy, yeah. Let's let's go. Let's fucking go. I can only talk like gamers now.
So, like, I mean, okay, Movie Bob is. Would you describe him as a neoliberal?
Dude, I don't know. I try to know as little about him as possible. We have one staunch defender of Movie Bob in the chat, and that's it. That's the only he gets a lot of hate that is both due and undue. He's like a neoliberal, whatever. He reviews the Marvel movies, but he has a lot of hot political takes.
If you can get people arguing about something you said, that's really the only true avenue to success, is making people argue somehow.
At this point, yeah. I mean, it's agitprop, as they call it.
And people basically, Movie Bob is basically a bad take factory. Every day he's got some weird take. So he had one this week. I'm going to read you this tweet. Brunch, this is in quotes, brunch isn't used as a pejorative because it's associated with wealth. It's because it's associated culturally with women and gay men. So
this is the new gamer word, I guess, is brunch. We can't say brunch anymore. That's the new B word. B word used to be billionaires, which we had to now shorten to people of wealth. Now the B words can't eat their B word anymore.
Oh, yeah. It's not for them.
Yeah.
Man. I read this tweet and I felt a mix of sadness and just complete fog. I felt nothing. I couldn't see anything. All I could feel was like a pit in my stomach falling, and I couldn't get back up.
Yeah, brunch is not like... I guess so. He's really trying to die on the hill of brunch is actually a class-inclusive struggle to eat at that time. And
right.
I don't know.
I mean, when you really think about it, though, they're so rich is because they're only eating 2 meals a day, brunch and dinner.
Shit, man, that's brilliant.
Well, I wish I thought of it sooner.
Is a penny earned. Because I mean, the backstory of this, if you're not poisoned like we are, is that there seemed to be a trend, during just politics, just life the past 4 years, which has been horrendous, which is women at marches, specifically women. But I mean, I think that there's a guy in one of these pictures. Yeah. First picture's a guy that says, if Hillary had won, we'd be at brunch right now, which is the point of view of saying, like, man, I really wish it'd be nice if I didn't have to care about politics all the time. Like, this is taking like money out of like my time, and politics is for other people. The struggling poors out there, like the kids in cages, like they can worry about politics, but I really just want to eat brunch.
Yeah, that's the best protest sign is complaining about having to be at the protest.
Yeah, and so a lot of people, have absconded with the term brunch, and that's been sort of like a contentious thing to bring up, is like, oh, I really wish I was at brunch right now. I really wish I was at brunch right now. I wish that we didn't have to have this election so I could be at brunch. And like, now brunch has become the B word. Can't say brunch.
It's too bad I was saying it so often.
I know. Dude, we're going to get canceled for this episode. And yeah, so there's some contention as to why it's now pejorative, and it's because it's associated culturally with women and gay men, not because of wealth, which...
You know what? I don't know. I mean, I'm not familiar with this, and I know far be it for you or I to say what it is. I mean, I'm not a bruncher. I prefer my 3 square meals a day.
I quite enjoy brunch, and I'm one of those heteros.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, I don't eat at 9 in the morning, so I guess that's brunch every day. If it's not at breakfast time, I don't know. Yeah, it's and I would also, I don't know if conservatives, do they go to brunch? Do people?
I don't think so.
I mean, if it's a class-based thing, I think more conservatives do. But if it's not, if it's only along the lines of women and gay men, then it's only them. But I mean, typically speaking, you think of more affluent people that are eating like lobster tail at a brunch, that type of thing.
I guess. I mean, is it the time of the day you're eating? Is it the amount of meals you're eating? Is it what you're eating? What is brunch? What I'm trying to say is I don't know.
You know what this feels like to me? Is the same thing with the. I brought this in as a 2 minutes I hate a couple of weeks ago, but the whole thing of like 40-year-olds that thinking like a big glass of wine is funny as a punchline is just you slam down a very large glass of wine, or you bite the cork off and you just pour it into your gullet. Like, it's sort of the same thing, like wine and brunch, and like the whole wine thing is sort of associated with like wine moms, quote unquote. But it is more so from like the point of view of like class, because it's like for some like they're not slamming beer, or they're not slamming like vodka tonics or whatever. It's like wine, which is a rich person, like whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like it can be taken one way or the other, but it's specifically to appeal to like one's sense of something. So I have a friend who, this is a certain friend that you've heard much about, Grant. All right. You say no more.
He told us one time, which we never let him hear the end of it, that he's like, yeah, my house, we eat lupper.
Lopper?
Lupper, Lupper, which is lunch/supper, which is annoying because I'm like, what do you call dinner? Dinner? What do you call lunch? Lunch? Why the fuck do you call it lupper?
Yeah.
And it was like, it was just aggravating for a number of reasons.
I think we need to normalize the idea that the names of meals, it's more of a spectrum thing, Exactly.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah. It's fluid. It doesn't matter what time of the day you eat, how many times a day you eat. People work all kinds of different schedules, you know. We get rid of this shit. Get rid of this brunch, lupper, any of this crap.
Dilbert text in the chat says, "I'm meal fluid."
Yeah,
there we
go.
Yeah. I think that's a very good mindset to kind of move forward with.
Could you imagine like conservatives getting really mad at the fact that someone like identifies as meal fluid?
Yeah.
Just like they want to say that meals don't matter anymore.
Yeah. Either you sit it down at the table at 6 o'clock, or you're not going to live under my roof
They're
anymore.
Trying to destroy the American family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
eat spaghetti at this time, not eggs. That's for breakfast. Oh, you still eat breakfast, right? You're not one of those lupper types.
What were you saying, Cameron?
Oh, just Ben Shapiro being like, there's only 3 meals per day, and they happen at the times that those meals happen, and that has always been the way they happen. And if you think they happen at different times, okay. I'm sorry, talking like Ben Shapiro is starting to give me a headache.
But that explains why he's so short-tempered.
Yeah,
he has to talk like that all the time.
I know. I actually, to his credit, I don't think fast enough to do an impression of him because I can't talk that fast. But yeah. Anyways, what were you saying?
I think the good punishment here is just a fluid spectrum of meals. It doesn't matter what class you are, what background you're from. It doesn't matter. Just eat whatever you want and put away your stupid fucking signs. Shut up, Movie Bob.
Most importantly of all.
Yeah, most importantly, shut up, Bob.
Shut up, Bob. Yeah.
Let's talk about.
It only took us 41 minutes to get into the first Family Guy reference. Go on.
Did you guys see Borat? Well, Grant, you said you didn't see Borat 2, right?
I have not yet.
Cameron, have you seen Borat 2 yet?
I did.
I'll just plug my ear holes. Go ahead.
Cameron, did you like it?
I liked it. I didn't love it. I mean, I think it was fun. It was
We're also supposed to review Borat 2 on the same episode of Fire Bros. We review Bug Fables, but that's fine. I'm going to say that the movie is out. You can watch it now.
The free listeners are getting a huge treat right now.
Yeah, this is a huge megaton of information right now. But as you know, Borat is a character. He's a journalist from Kazakhstan, at least the fictionalized version of Kazakhstan for the sake of the movie. And there's a new tourist slogan. Well, so basically there's a new video coming out, like travel to Kazakhstan. They want people to get there, come in, come out. And their new slogan is Kazakhstan, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the
Is
link.
that a spoiler for? Because I haven't seen it. So
Well, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat here anyway. Let's watch this together.
Oh, this is real.
Very nice.
oh my god.
Yeah, so they're showing all the sights and sounds of Kazakhstan, mountains, bazaars.
Very nice.
Wait, this isn't Borat promotion. This is a real video.
Right, yeah,
Oh.
this is the actual country of Kazakhstan did a promotional tourism
Very nice.
video. I mean, it's fitting. Also, it looks absolutely nothing like
Very.
the
That's very
fictionalized country.
The picture was very nice. She was holding up.
It was a nice picture. I had a girlfriend in college. Hold your applause. I know, humble brag. I had a girlfriend in college who was telling me she went to high school with someone who was from Kazakhstan, and they were like talking, like, you know, people talk, you know, like, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Kazakhstan. And her response to her was, oh, you mean like Borat? And the girl just started crying.
Yeah,
Just weeping.
yeah. We had a foreign exchange student at our high school, like, because we were both in high school when Borat came out, the first
Yeah.
one, and it was just the same thing, you know.
And that's part of the hard time in like enjoying it, whether I enjoy the movie or not. Is like I when the first one came out, it felt kind of like, maybe just because I was young, but it felt like revolutionary. I was like, nobody is this fucking crazy. This is like awesome. And
Yeah,
Right.
I would say to the sequels is good because it's like, I didn't think they could possibly make another Borat movie, and it actually works. But yeah, I don't know. That's like the girl crying when she said she was from Kazakhstan. That's like I get upset when somebody hears my last name Gillette and they say, "Oh, like the razor," like that makes me cry.
cut that from the doc later.
Yeah.
We had a series of comments along those lines.
Right.
We're not gonna do
You know,
those.
You had a bunch of like the razor stuff written.
Yeah, we had a whole.
I have a sort of similar story. I was in French class with a girl named America once, and I tried doing that, but you know, like, because I'm fucking irony poison, so I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna say this, and they're, you know, she's gonna think that this is like I'm pretending to be a stupid person, right? And so she goes, I'm America, and I say, oh, you mean like the country? And she looked at me like I was fucking like, yeah, like the country. And I was like, no, but it's a, and then like just never spoke to me for the rest of the
well,
fucking.
no, see what I actually found out the hard way is that doesn't work if you are stupid.
Yeah. You should have been like,
it was a thing. I was doing a bit. Okay, I was workshopping material.
you should have been like, you must have some really shitty parents. But I don't. So much of my sense of humor is saying the dumbest possible thing you could say, and then it's if that is your sense of humor, you very often just wind up looking like a very dumb person.
Yeah,
and you just kind of have to live with it, I guess.
yeah.
And you have to own it. You know, it's like that's who you are.
I've embraced it at this point.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this Kazakhstan tourist video is they've heard it all. You know, Borat's been out for however many years. Now there's a new Borat movie. Like, we're gonna hear it again. Let's just be like, all right, guys, very nice. Haha, I like sex. They didn't say I like sex in this one, but they could have, and it would have worked out great for them.
My wife.
Yes,
My wife would like this tourist attraction.
So they're owning it. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're Sacha Baron Cohen is not in this. He had nothing to do with this.
Right.
It is, like you said, you were surprised that it was real.
Yeah.
As was I when I first saw it. But I think that, yeah, they're just owning it, and maybe it'll work out for them. And they really made the country look very nice.
It does look pretty nice. I would visit there.
Yeah. They should have used pretty nice.
Just for, they don't want to get in legal hot water, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the punishment here, I guess, which we have to do here, the punishment is, I mean, they should continue to, like I said, adapt more of Borat's sayings and mannerisms and everything. So so you go to visit Kazakhstan and you're waiting to get punked the whole time. Like, all right, where is he? Come on. I don't want to have to, is there a guy in a fat suit who's going to come out and make me look stupid? Or am I going to get lured into I don't want to spoil the movie, but basically, yeah, the whole I just want them to turn the whole country into just one big viral prank.
You mean like Disney World, but for the movie Borat?
Yes, and you could be the butt of a joke when you go. It's like when you want to be, a part of something like a big viral prank, you go to Kazakhstan.
There's a street in Chicago, Berenice, that you can pronounce like Berenice when the bus goes by it. That used to be a joke you could do back before it could kill you to go on public transit.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like it's still worth it though. I mean, if you're going to get a laugh from like a stranger on the bus, fuck it, man. I'm taking my mask off to say it.
Mask off.
So speaking of things that are viral, Kim Kardashian's sweet 40th birthday party was this week.
This is a new segment of the show I like to call the Entertainment Network, featuring Mario Lopez and Chelsea Handler or whatever the fuck.
So what they rented some private island. Let me read. It says they went to Little St. James Island. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
There was a series of, she was basically posted a tweet thread with all these pictures of her and her friends. It says, 40 and feeling so humbled and blessed. There is not a single day I take for granted, especially during these times when we are all reminded of the things that truly matter. And it's just all these pictures of people who just don't look like they are thinking about much of anything. So
it'd be crazy just in 2020 to think it's noteworthy that you just got humbled. That's happening. I'm getting humbled constantly.
Yeah.
And
they're
it's
just
like,
not used to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, she really has the answer to this whole pandemic thing. It's like, okay, yeah, we shouldn't be, like you said, going on the bus and telling jokes and stuff like that. We should be isolating. It's like, if you want to,
on our own private island.
Yeah, if you want to stay safe, rent out an island with all of your closest friends and family. Make sure they get tested first, and treat the island like garbage. Probably, throw filth everywhere, and take a bunch of vanity photos there.
Yeah,
right.
Just to be a tad more humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to go back to normal a little bit.
So yeah, they like she said, after 2 weeks of multiple health screenings, we asked everyone
this
to
is the one
quarantine.
that went viral.
Yeah. It said, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could just pretend things were normal for a brief moment in time.
She surprised them after the 2-week quarantine?
Yeah, I'm not. It does read kind of confusing.
I don't want to tell you why, but you have to stay in your part. You have to stay inside for 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I guess they should be doing that anyways.
After 2 weeks of multiple health screens. So maybe someone thought that they had it and then they didn't have it. And then that just kept happening. And then they're like, well, I'll go to a big private island and definitely not spread this around more.
We told all our friends that they had COVID so that they would have to go through health screenings for 2 weeks, and then surprised them with a cruise ship thing. No, that's the different. I'm sorry. I kind of lump all those things together.
It's all the same shit.
And I also want to add here and say, what better gift for the person who has it all, right? Someone who can afford a private island. What better birthday gift than a hologram of their dead father?
Oh, God damn it.
So we're going to, let's drop this link in the chat here.
Yeah.
So we'll cut this part out.
What are you talking about?
So I dropped another link I dropped it in the voicemail channel if you want to pull that up.
That looks like Borat.
You can laugh. Go ahead. It makes it sound better if someone's laughing at what we're saying.
Oh, man.
So, Grant, can you read this tweet before we watch the video
Yeah.
together?
Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, are we going to...
So I'll do a quick, reading of this. A reading from the book of Kim Kardashian West. For my birthday, Kanye got me the most thoughtful gift of a lifetime. A special surprise from heaven. A hologram of my dad. It is so lifelike. We watched it over and over, filled with emotion. I wonder which emotion.
That's
So yeah,
that's
you can pull the
that's
pull the
like from
playhead
heaven.
back.
Heaven, where all the holograms of all your loved ones are there with you forever.
Holograms come from somewhere. There used to be a museum of holography in Chicago, but it went under. So I don't know how holograms work.
You're 40 and all grown up. You look beautiful, just like when you were a little girl.
This is terrifying to look at, by the
I
way.
watch over you
It's
and your
very,
sisters and brother and the kids.
Uncanny
every day.
Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I
That-
drop hints that I'm around, like when you hear someone make a big peefee, or when you make a big peefee.
I'm assuming that's some sort of familiar.
Remember when I would drive you to school in my tiny
realism.
Mercedes every
And
day?
Uncanny
we would
Valley
listen to
stuff,
this
it
song
gets
together?
even scarier when it gets closer to human like this.
Yeah.
This is fucked.
And he's like dancing right now. And sort of singing.
Looks like a Yakuza cutscene.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
I am
so
so proud of the woman that you and all that you've accomplished. All of your hard work and all the businesses you have built are incredible. But most impressive is your commitment to become a lawyer and carry on my legacy. It's a long and a hard road, but it's worth it. And I'm with you every step of the way. The way that you're connecting with your roots and supporting Armenia means so much to me. You are a proud Armenian,
Did Kanye write
and
this
I am a
script
proud
too?
Armenian father.
That's kind of weird.
I
Most
don't know.
It kinda-
I have witnessed.
I felt like
is
that was
watching
implied
you grow your
that
family.
I'm sure Kanye hired
You
someone.
married the most genius man in the whole world,
Oh.
Kanye West.
He wrote it.
You
He wrote it.
are the most amazing mother to your 4 beautiful children,
Oh, this
and
is
they are
weird.
perfect.
Yeah.
I got a
Keep
hologram
doing what
of
you're
your
doing,
dad
Kimberly.
complimenting
You
me
are a
for-
beautiful soul. Know that I am very proud of you, and I'm always with you. I have built a firewall around our family. I love you, Kimberly.
A firewall? What?
Tell Courtney, Chloe, and Rob I love them and miss you all. Don't forget to say your prayers.
What did he
It's like that Nathan For You thing with the dead dog. Like, hi, Scotty. So sorry I died.
What's the point in saying your prayers if you can just talk to a hologram of your dad?
Yeah, what did he say
got
at
a
the
main
end?
line.
I built a firewall around our family? Like
He was being hacked in real time.
I've been in heaven building a spiritual wall of hellfire. I don't know, never mind. It just sounded weird to me. And it's not the least weird thing about that video.
Yeah, much to take in. Hey, what a hell of a birthday, huh?
I'm having a little bit of what do you call it when you're recalling something and you can't recall what you're recalling? What the fuck is that?
I forget.
Yeah, I forget too.
Deja
I'm having
vu?
Deja Blue. The sponsor of today's episode. Everybody go to Deja Blue or is it Deja Vu, that water bottle company? Do they still make water?
I don't know.
Fuck.
We don't know.
Never do my research for these episodes. Deja vu. I'm having a little bit of deja vu because didn't we do a story that was like this, like maybe a year or two ago, that was these fucking holograms and like bringing people back from the dead to what? Like it's terrible when they fucking do it.
I think it might have been Tupac.
Yeah,
I don't think
the Tupac.
I know that one was one, but there was like a different one that we talked. I can't remember. Fuck.
I mean, because you have to. Nobody would want this to happen to them after their death. I don't feel like have someone write something for them to say and it look exactly like them. Like that would be. I wouldn't want that. I don't know.
That would be like absolutely violating.
Yeah. and you just feel that when you're watching it. It's so close to human that it's freaky.
So this isn't what I was talking about when I was trying to remember whatever the fuck I'm trying to remember, but one of the victims of one of those school shootings was turned into a hologram.
What?
And their parents did like a political ad where the kids said like, hey, this wouldn't happen if you all would vote. This was like a month or so ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's terrible. Like, imagine people shoving words in like... I mean, sensitive topic, but imagine you die and people shove words in your mouth. You're not around to do anything about it.
Well, the good
like,
thing for me and you is we have hours and hours of content to sort of piece together.
Yeah, it's like if this Kim Kardashian's dad one had been like, and I just wanted to tell you that it's completely excusable to be very good friends with Donald Trump.
Really sorry about OJ. I wish I had said something earlier, but I just didn't, and now I'm dead. But I apologize. And Donald Trump 2020, everybody.
I have to go pee now.
I have to go Fifi.
God, they like that video probably activated the Manchurian Candidate somewhere.
I just keep rewinding this back and watching this creepy man. I need to stop looking at this.
Cashew actually brings up a good point in the chat here that the only one who deserves this is Hatsune Miku.
I have no idea what that is.
She's a hologram anime girl, which is appropriate instead of a dead father.
Yeah. Please stop doing this. Yeah. I tweeted about this. We need to have some sort of like Bill of Rights for dead people. Like, have some respect.
Yeah.
Let them rest. We don't need this.
Yeah. I only want to see my holograms do the Carmel dancing.
Yeah, I wonder if their spirit gets like tapped into the hologram and they have to like experience being forced to say something all weird, you know? You don't know. It could happen.
You get like vacuum tube to Earth, like you're a person in Futurama, just like
yeah,
and then you're just fucking there in the hologram. It's terrifying.
Awful. But yeah, I think a good punishment here is he should just get to hang out with all the VTubers and whatnot, because he basically is one now.
Making what? It's Robert Kardashian is the
I think so,
father's name.
Kanye is like, I made your dad a VTuber.
He like watches anime and like plays fucking Fall Guys.
Jay's like, whatever happened to that hologram you got me? Oh yeah, he's he's the imposter in Among Us in a current match against AOC.
Oh God.
And I think a little bit of his real spirit steeped in, and he won't stop talking about how he's in hell now.
It's like, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. And we're gonna shut that off. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move right along to Key to the City. Something good, something swell, something sweet we saw this week. My Key to the City this week goes to Colin Crawford on Twitter. Colin, I actually used to work for him when I interned at The Onion. And I think he went on to write for Colbert for a bit and some other TV shows and stuff. But he had this thread he put up on Twitter. He bought this like sports car, and he bought a decal for it. I'm going to show this. Actually, I'll put it in the chat here real quick.
I can drop this in the chat.
So basically, he got this really nice car, and he put a big decal on the front with a possum that just says swamp trash. And he has a bunch of alternate ones. Mr. Skeleton Bones, Cowboy Baby, which is a baby with cowboy guns and a cowboy hat. So he just drives this sports car around LA and just says just swamp trash on it.
Yeah.
So
this is Colin Crawford.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know Colin. Yeah.
Yeah. So my Key to the City this week goes to Colin. I think he had. God, I'm trying to find it, but he had some other ideas for different decals he designed for people's cars if they want. So if you're looking for if you want to spice up your automobile with a little bit of personal flair, check out that Twitter thread, because he's got a bunch of different alternatives. Oh yeah, he's got here it is. Taster's Choice, Fuzzy Goody. I think a lot of these were, those were inspirations, I believe. Just one just called The Bitch. Good stuff. Cameron, what's your key to the city this week? Something good.
Oh, something positive that I was thinking about is just, well, like I was talking about how I haven't really done stand-up in a long time. I haven't indoor or outdoor shows. I just haven't really done them, and kind of steadfastly avoiding them and trying to be safe. And I miss it so much. And something just really positive in this last week has been that a lot of the comedians that have been doing indoor shows are starting to get COVID-19. And yeah, I think that's the reason I think that's a positive thing. May not be the reason you'd expect, but it's I think it's positive because I'm going to get to be alive and they're all going to die.
Yeah, I've seen like certain comedians on Twitter bragging, like taking photos, like selfies with them and like the crowd behind them, and it's like, nobody's wearing a mask, whatever.
Also, I'm sort of talking about my good friends here. So if you're one of my friends that got COVID-19 and you're listening to this, please contact me so I can privately tell you JK.
Yeah. And take some zinc.
Also, subscribe to the show. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking it out. Appreciate you.
I don't want to call this person out, but there is a certain bigger comedian who has been doing a U.S. tour, and he was supposed to have a show in Chicago this week, and no venue would take him for an indoor comedy show, so he went on Twitter to complain about the mayor. And was like, yeah, your mayor wouldn't let me do a comedy show in your city. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think you might know who I'm talking about. It's someone we've been talking about.
I don't off the top of my head, no. But just tell me later.
I'll tell you off mic.
Okay.
Patreon people can stick around to hear the gossip.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/ThoughtCops.
My key to the city this week goes to, I've been... it's you all know the meme of it's like a Simpsons episode and then it's like seasonal depression and then COVID depression and then regular depression and then like electoral depression, and it's like he's gaining on us or like whatever. There's a couple different versions of it. Like I've been experiencing that. I've been having the sads lately. I've been down in the dumps. I've been down and out and
it's pronounced
down
SARS.
Upon myself. What?
SARS.
SARS. Sads. What?
Go on.
You're like 14 words behind me.
Yes,
Why do I always default to 14 words and people always call me out for it? I don't do it on purpose. And then someone's going to fucking say, oh, why'd you pick that number? I didn't do it on purpose. Okay. I caught myself. I said 13. Anyway, so I'm flipping through the Netflix and I'm like, what haven't I watched yet? And that like docu-series, The Last Dance, that's about the final 98 Chicago Bulls season.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't watched it yet. Like I've heard good things about it. I'll watch one episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll start it. I watched like 8.5 fucking episodes. I stayed up until 6:30 in the morning. It was so fucking good. And it was like the correct amount of positivity that I needed in my life, which was just like the baseline level of seeing people that are talented succeed at something, which I feel has been sucked out of me. Like this entire year has just been like a year full of failure and failure for just like everybody. And it was just like, hey, remember when this really awesome thing happened in, like the city that you don't live too far from sort of thing. And it's like, Michael Jordan, your childhood hero, and seeing him like overcome all these obstacles and create like the greatest NBA dynasty of all time. And it's like, just from the fucking get-go, I was just like tuned in. I was about ready to fucking fall asleep, and I turned it on, and it was just like fucking amazing.
Damn, I want to watch that. So it's been at the top
really
of my Netflix queue ever since it came out, and I'm like, that. I've heard great things.
Give yourself the time to watch it because I started at like 11 p.m. and I stayed up all fucking night. I was like a fucking choo-choo train of fucking adrenaline.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I'm not even a sports person, and I loved it. Like it's and it maybe a huge part of it too is like I moved to Chicago like 10 years ago, and it's been more of like a place I've lived in my adult life, and then just seeing this like this huge moment that Chicago had all these years ago, and like it made me feel more of a connection to it in a way. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so, the story is just so cool.
Yeah, definitely. The story's amazing. The score was fantastic. All the fucking orchestral, moody, fucking piano, stringy shit was just like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like that for 10 hours straight.
Yeah, and I like Scottie Pippen. He seems so sweet, and also he gets so mean sometimes. I don't know. I could talk about it for a while.
I could spend just the entire show talking about it. But it was fucking amazing. And yeah, there's definitely that level of like, you feel a little more tied, you know, to like, you feel a little more of a connection to, you know, this city. You feel a little bit more, you know. I was a kid when I remember bits and pieces of the story, and I remember like seeing the Bulls on TV.
Impossible
and
to avoid. Yeah,
impossible to avoid.
Yeah. And just like the story of Dennis Rodman. I mean, I can't. I don't want to spoil the show.
His episode, I think, was my favorite episode.
It's so cool. I mean, just like for this dynasty team to have such a fucking crazy person just like doing whatever he wanted the whole time, and like still just destroying it. It's so cool.
Absolutely.
I remember some of the weird gossip, which I'm not going to ruin for anybody who wants to watch the documentary.
Spoilers, yeah. Don't look at the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, oh man, when his episode started and he's like, I'm not out here for the reason why some of these other guys are out here. I'm here to get my nose broken and to have fucking scratches put on me and to get thrown in the floor and like to fucking snap my ankles and shit like that. Like, that's the reason I'm out here. And then it's like orchestral score and you're like, holy shit, look at this guy. He's fucking crazy. Look at his hair color. Ah.
Yeah, I remember those McDonald's cups where if you filled them up with a cold liquid, his hair would turn one color, and then if you changed it to hot liquid, his hair would turn like yellow or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and on an NBA hang time on N64 and the other sensor, you could like press a button to change his hair color.
Yeah, it was one of the C buttons changed his hair color.
Oh man, and this will be the last thing, but like there's this one because like brilliant rebounder, one of the best defensive players of all time in the NBA, blah blah blah. And like he's describing like his thought process going into rebounding, and he's doing it with like gestures. He's like, you know, if the ball goes here, I go here, and if it hits the rim, it goes here, and I go there, and I'm just underneath it. And Michael throws the ball, and I'm underneath it. And I was just like fascinated watching him do these stupid gestures and trying to explain like his intuitive genius was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that part. Even as someone like. You don't even have to care about sports to think that's just like just the craft of doing something and getting the like repetition and getting so specifically talented with it is so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's move along though to Thought Cop's word of the week.
Okay.
This Thought Cop's word of the week. I can't.
This comes from actually a Chicago comedian, TJ Miller.
Is he really? Is he from here?
He lived here at one point and did comedy. I don't know if he's from here.
So TJ supplied us with this Thought Cop's word of the week, which is Schadenfreude.
Oh, Schaden! Yeah, I saw that.
Schadenfreude. So if you're not familiar, it's a German word. And it means to like take pleasure in like the embarrassment of someone else or something like that, like something along those lines. So he tweets out the other day, and so next time all of you smile at the Schadenfreude of someone being canceled, and he spelled it SHOD space the word and space capital Freud, like the psychoanalyst.
I was like.
Was it like talk to text, or is he just
shot and
didn't bother
I thought
looking
it
that
had
up?
to be talk to text or something, but it's. I mean, who would like?
Why wouldn't he take it down?
The confidence of a canceled person railing on cancel culture and doing it through talk to text even is still crazy.
Didn't even think to proofread it.
Like I just imagine him like laying on his couch shirtless with his phone on his chest. Like the next time you indulge in Shad and Freud, but he like says it that way too.
Shad. What does Shad mean by itself? Shad. Is that a word?
I can't remember. I think it is, but I can't remember. I can't.
Yeah.
That part of my brain's just blacked out right now.
Okay, yeah.
Shoddy, like not good.
Yeah. Shad, you call something not good, and then you also kind of like get this feeling of wanting to fuck your mom out of it a little bit.
Yeah, that's Shad and Freud. Yeah.
Shad and Freud.
Thank you, TJ Miller.
Zwick's in the chat. He says, I'm guilty of this. Absolutely true.
What the fuck?
No, not that way. No, I mean in terms of the talk to text and spelling.
I was going to say, because his mom has called into the show several times and left voicemails. And now
I meant the other way.
All right. Thank you, Zwick.
All right, I'm good. Whenever you're ready to move on to the next.
Yes. So before we move on to our final segment of the show, which is the listener voicemails, Cameron, if you just want to go ahead and plug everything, remind us again where we can find your album, where we can find you on Twitter, any of that kind of good stuff.
Oh yeah, so my album is the best set I will ever have, which I mean sort of literally, because who knows if we'll ever have stand up again. But I that just came out, Spotify, Apple Music, but also I've been doing like a lot of I make a lot of like short videos on YouTube, and I put them out on YouTube. If you look Cameron Gillette YouTube, or if you look up my Instagram, and I usually tweet them out. My Instagram and Twitter is Cam Gillette Fan, so they're on there too. That's been, I don't know, kind of since putting the album out and feeling like I've kind of have a fresh, like a clean slate of coming up with new stuff. I feel like a lot more of my energy has been in making these like little kind of musical videos, because I make music too.
Okay.
So, yeah, please check those out. It would make me very happy.
Yeah, awesome. I think some people in the chat were already doing that as we speak. So let's get to those listener voicemails. If you want to give us a call, leave us your own voicemail. It's 312-788-7361. Or you can always send us a voicemail at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Hit it.
I had to clear my throat.
Good. Good stinger.
This is the Discord news for this week.
Slime the Garbage Man posted a picture of himself wearing his new Wii Sports jacket. He looked very cool.
Right.
In hashtag Real Politics, people discussed betting on the outcome of the presidential election. The confusion about which candidate was supposed to be the favorite turned into jokes about Nick Mullen not knowing the discount code for his podcast sports betting sponsor that is definitely not BetDSI. The official Discord news pick for president is Kanye West.
Also in hashtag Real Politics, Grant and KT Shane talked about the live debate between Beanie Baby Tim Pool and BBW aficionado Vash. But if nobody paid attention, did it really happen?
I guess. In hashtag Hong Kong Cartoons, the anime topic channel, Son of Emhek, posted Gundams.
Yes, he did.
This week's Discord news is brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped's new Weed Whacker is the peak of electric nose hair trimmers.
Fuck?
Intelligently contoured in design, with a 9,000 RPM motor, this
doing
360-degree
their own
rotary
ads on
dual-blade
our
system
show.
lets you trim your nose hairs
they got
in
an
the
ad
shower
before we
or
did.
out.
God damn
Use
it.
code Discord News at checkout to get a free error code. This week's Discord News has been presented to you by IO Dogwatcher and Bored Yosef.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, actually, this episode is brought to you by Gillette. The best a man can get.
The best a man can possibly get. And a woman too now. Is their new
Not
slogan.
just Manscaped, yeah.
So I'm thinking of the old adverts.
The best anyone anywhere on the gender spectrum can possibly get is their new slogan.
Or any time of the day you eat your meals.
Yeah.
Get a shave, you know.
Sanitation. I told you to tell him you was in a sanitarium, not sanitation.
All right.
Sanitarium.
So I think he's usually quoting different movies or something.
I told you to say
I have no idea.
You have TV and you was in a sanitarium, and you was Cuban.
So this guy's a regular?
Ah, come on.
So,
Should've kept your mouth shut anyway.
Yeah, he's regular.
Hey,
all right.
Thought Cops. It's Cheats and Jeans. I'm going to teach you guys a joke we love to tell in Mexico. I'm going to set it up, and Grant will repeat. Then I'll give the punchline and explain it to you, gringos. For this week's Bichos de Mexico, repeat after me, Grant. Chinga.
Or do you want me
Chinga tu madre.
You want me to do?
Means go give your mother
Usually
a hug.
you record
Happy Halloween.
Someone else
Purple
doing my
Lives
voice.
Matter. I stand with the Thought Cops.
All right. I think.
Did he say Blue Lives Matter?
I think he said Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
Wait, did he? I don't know.
Well, because then he said I stand with the Thought Cops.
I don't know, man.
You guys
What's going on?
You guys are Blue Lives.
Ooh, technically, yeah.
I would say.
We are God, we're
How about a retweet for the boys in blue? How about that, huh?
That'll do.
Yeah.
Hey, Thought Cops, it's your new pal, Dovertex. I'm here to say, Grant, I hope you do well at that 50K to cure your AIDS on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
Have fun, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Kansas City, this plastic fucking cactus I have on my desk keeps me sane.
All right.
Later.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm a one plant guy myself. I like having one plant that you. Never mind.
I only need one plant, baby.
Some people have like a lot of plants. I think you should just have one, and it feels more like a pet that way, even if it's plastic, like you said.
Hey, Thought Cops. How come everyone I love leaves me?
Oh.
Anyway, keep it fresh. Don't change. Have a good summer. Dovertext.
You should have left it at 1. I don't know why you felt the need to call back and leave that.
Well, the question posed was, why does everybody who loves me end up leaving me?
He asked us that, or that was
he
the
asked
prompt?
He asked us that. I don't know. I
don't know you well enough to make an assessment.
I hope he was wearing a mask when he left that.
Yeah.
I felt it. Well, Kevin, you said something really stupid earlier about I don't know the difference between a cough and a computer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what was that one?
I still don't know the difference.
They're hard. It's a hard one to discern.
Let's do Nico.mp3. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really fucking annoying? It's mostly on Facebook because you actually have your actual name on it. But when you're like talking to someone on Facebook and they misspell your fucking name, even though your name is in the username, especially when they tag you and then they spell your name wrong.
How can they tag you if you spell it wrong?
Open your fucking eyes, you complete fucking moron.
I guess I don't use Facebook all that often anymore to even have experienced this.
So she's saying that she received a notification despite being tagged as the wrong name.
Yeah.
Or maybe they tagged her and then said, you know what, Nico, and spelled it with one of these weird spellings, like with a C.
Oh, yeah. That's
yeah.
Just to get under the skin.
Wrong. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Condolences.
Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Well, that's it. If you want to leave your own voicemail, like I said, give us a call, 312-788-7361. Or you can send us an email at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Cameron, thank you a ton for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, this is so fun. I always, I often feel like really uncomfortable and like I'm not good at doing podcasts, but this was very fun, and you guys are easy to talk to, and you're my friends now.
Glad to hear.
Like it or not. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. If you want to support the show, throw us a few bucks, get some bonus content. Head on over to patreon.com/thoughtcops. We got all kinds of new stuff coming out on the horizon very soon. So stick around, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening.